Hey Internet, I'm Chaz.
And I'm Dan. Welcome to Wine is Serious Business, episode 150. Another milestone. We're excited about that.
How's this happening still?
I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the nice things you say. For those of you who do watch and say nice things, it's
very much appreciated.
We've been having a lot of fun, and we're really. I don't think either one of us expected it to really last this long.
No.
This is definitely beyond our more optimistic views on it, and we're excited to still be doing it. So
still enjoying it.
We're here today to talk about some more Oregon wine coming back from Texas. We've got Chardonnay on deck again. We did Chardonnay a couple episodes ago. Kind of liked it. I wanted to do some more. I know there's more stuff out there that I wanted to talk about. So
a lot of people producing really good Oregon Chardonnay now.
Yeah.
So single vineyard stuff. Some just seems to be more effort being put into the grape, and I appreciate that. So
swung through Renaissance Wines a while ago. I really appreciate like Mike's Chardonnay picks there. Saw these two on the shelf. Kind of picked them up. And I picked this one up there a while ago, but both he had it, was saying good things about it. Dan that works there was saying good things about it. Michael O'Berty from Storyteller
I've seen him pimp it.
Was saying good things about it. So that's like some of my most respected retailers in Portland, all saying good things about this wine. So really excited to try it. We're going to start out with the 2009 Patton Valley, Willamette Valley Chardonnay. It says it's all Wente clone. I don't know really anything about Chardonnay clones. People talk a lot about. Historically, the clones picked for Oregon weren't so great, but the ones people are doing now are better. I don't even know what the names are associated with that.
No idea.
So I'm not too attached, but a little bit of an educational experience. What's this on here?
2009.
Live certified.
Yep. All right.
Cheers to sustainable farming.
Salmon safe.
All right.
That's also on there. Anyway.
A little bit of like angel food cake kind of dessert thing.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that, like sort of sugary thing coming out of it.
But not like the frosting. It's not like a big pile of sugar, but it's just
like cakey. Yeah, exactly. A little bit of oak. The oak is making a little bit of play for me on the nose, but just really nice fruit as well.
Getting a little bit of mineral sense too. Yeah, it's still a little bit of elegance there. Nothing too over the top.
Hey, that's really nice.
Totally enjoyable. Really nice acidity. Crisp Chardonnay, for sure.
Crisp. The acidity is fantastic on this.
From that little bit of like pastry thing and a little bit of oak on the nose, I expected, boy, and now I'm even second guessing myself, is this even oak fermented, right? Because the way it is on the palate, I would guess stainless steel.
I know.
So
like mineral-y and like just ripping like green apple flavors on the palate with that acidity.
And a little bit of that cake flavor coming in, but I was expecting a lot more richness on the palate, and it's not there. So now I'm guessing, I would say that that's not oak, that's coming from
something
maybe
else,
the yeast
maybe
or
mallow or
yeah.
Man, that's a really weird. Like it's got the rich flavors starting out, but the way that the finish is, it's like all just like green apples and like really almost like a mineral thing going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like full on lemons too. It's actually getting just a little touch of that bitterness. Like if you bite into a lemon just a little bit.
A little bit cantaloupe. But
good acidity, yeah. Oh, nice. That's a really good call.
Yeah, and it came out in the mid palate a little bit, but yeah, the apple flavors at least dominate here for me. But the lemon I get as well.
Really excited about the transition from the nose to the palate, because while there isn't a whole lot of that richness on the palate, you get it from the nose, so it suggests it without being too heavy. It's kind of a cool combination.
I completely agree.
Have a little more.
That's delicious. Yeah.
That contrast is like getting me to think about it, so that makes me want to taste a little more. Yeah, nice. Not overwhelmingly fruity, right? Like that cantaloupe is there, the lemon's there, a little bit of green apples there, but it's definitely a more austere Chardonnay. Goes with the crisp texture on the palate.
I like this a lot.
Enjoyable, yeah.
Like really a lot. This is just the Dan pretty much nailed it. The sort of like interchange between like richness and then like really youthful and lots of acidity. I don't know. It's not a normal wine.
And I think the flavors by itself would have less excitement for me, right? Like if there wasn't a whole lot going on in the nose.
No, it's the integration, the way they're put together here is really.
So I'm going to take it up to 88 points, just because it's not often you see that kind of like both that really good interaction between the nose and the palate, and that juxtaposition of like richness and austerity back to back like that. It's kind of a cool play, not something you see hardly ever, really.
I like it quite 89 plus for me. Like really, really almost bordering 90 points. Like
nice.
The way that the flavors pair up here, there's complexity. It's a delicious wine, worth checking out. And at the price point, like
it's mid to low 20s. Yeah, like
awesome.
Nice lever and screw cap, so you're never going to get a corked bottle of that. So
good point. Delicious, well done, Patton.
Cool stuff. Yeah, and I like that. I like them as a producer too. So it's nice to be able to give them some love.
Yeah, pimp one of the wines.
Actually, we love all the producers today. This is cool stuff. So
very true. Yeah.
Saint Innocent. Make a ton of wines. Someone that's been in the business for a long time. They got a great new winery, newish winery down by Salem. I guess they've been there for a while now, but still, gorgeous facility. If you're touring in that area, definitely worth stopping at.
Haven't had blow it out for events too, like
yes.
Memorial Day weekends and stuff like that. Got to go there. Ooh, I can taste on the.
Got some richness there.
Mouthfeel, yeah. You gotta try this.
Yeah, off-camera pour here. But this is the 2010 Freedom Hill Chardonnay. We've had good experiences with grapes from Freedom Hill. I'd say
Lang does a good one as well.
Yep, good Pinot Noir from there. Ken Wright makes Pinot Noir from there. I don't know who all uses Freedom Hill fruit, but it's a pretty well-respected vineyard.
I think it's a big vineyard too.
And I don't think it's unreasonably famous either. Like I've really enjoyed a lot of fruit from there.
Totally. All right, let's get into it.
A little more richness on the nose again, although this is more like a lemon pastry.
Yeah, like a lemon meringue pie or something going on there.
I like that.
Smells good though. I mean, or I shouldn't say though. I mean, yeah, it's good. It smells good.
Kind of like a touch of minerality too. There's something there. Like there's like a lemon lime, but also kind of like just I don't know, like your mountain stream or rocky stream.
Rocky stoniness. Yeah. Smells good. It smells wonderful.
Really clean on the palate. Kind of straight to the point right away. Like a little bit of lemons, and not like so much fresh lemons. Even like lemon meringue pie again, right? Ooh, saved it.
About shattered the glass. Yeah,
that'd be an interesting show. Cut yourself on 150.
Man, this is so whereas like, man, I don't know what to say about this.
So I'm getting like that minerality in the lemons like early on.
Cut that out. Sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of that minerality in the lemons early on. And then the richness kind of evolves on the mid palate, it seems like. A little more of those pastry flavors coming in, just a little more roundness. A little bit of red apple flavors coming in as well. It never becomes really rich, but it's nice to see a little bit of that evolution.
Swallowed down the wrong pipe. So even effed myself more from where I was. Slammed the glass down, that took my mind off of it. Kind of laughing at myself for a second. And then the next swallow goes down the lungs.
Dude, you totally that glass up.
Oh, I did break it.
Alright, let's grab you another glass. First glass breaking on it. 150 episodes without breaking glass. That's still pretty good.
Broke a glass on the show. Alright, so. For me here, it's like there's a stone fruity thing coming out of it that's like big. It's like a nectarine or something initially, right? I get a little bit of sort of that orange melon flavor in the mid palate, but it's very, very light. But it never, whereas the Patton Valley sort of turned more towards like green apple and tart flavors on the finish, this stays rich and like buttery and smooth all the way through the finish, right? There's like a sense of, that's where it's going, right? Whereas this, I mean, I think is completely weird, but does awesome in that sense. Like this is, we're making the smooth, buttery, easily accessible, somewhat buttery, easily accessible Oregon Chardonnay, and this totally is fantastic at that level.
That's a really interesting point. I think
it's not California, but I mean, it's the Oregon representation of, not of California, of this style in Oregon.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I'd say even really like as your like classic Oregon Chardonnay is like something that is like pretty representative of the region. I think this really does deliver that, right?
Totally.
Especially if you're not going for like the full ripping acidic style, like plenty of people do that, right? This has a little more richness, but it's not over the top, right? Like it's not like this.
This has got the mallow,
thick syrup in your mouth,
right?
Yeah.
It's got that body to it, but it doesn't. It's not overdone at all. Like in any one place, it's very linear and very well put together. It's delicious.
Yeah, and I enjoy the fruit flavors. So another 88 for me. That's a nice, even wine, well put together. Flavors I enjoy. Easy drinking too, like
Totally.
enjoyable wine.
87 plus for me. Just because the complexity is not there, I think it's a delicious wine. That if you have family or you are one of the people that likes the sort of mallowy Chardonnays, this is right in line with that. And
without being too over the top.
And without being over the top, it's delicious.
And
it's
good
really
price
good.
point as well. Also, like low to mid 20s. These two are really comparable. So, and I think even kind of a good contrast, right? Like this is definitely a little more acidic. This is a little more rich. You can play a little bit to your preferences between the two. On to wine number 3. This is one we've heard great things about. We've really enjoyed the Willamette Valley level bottlings from Crowley. This is the Four Winds designate. Heard a lot of great things about it, and this is a little more expensive too. This is the this is like low to mid 30s.
Okay. I want to say I've had just their base level Willamette Valley, Crowley's Willamette Valley Chardonnay.
I think we did it on the show.
And man, it's good. Like I actually bought a Chardonnay to do on the show. We never got around to it. Good. And ended up drinking it at home and was blown away by it. Like I was like, man, this is. And it was like 16 or $18 or something, right? I'm like, this is awesome at the price point. So I mean, even though we're doing the Four Winds here, seek out the Willamette Valley because it's, I think, fantastic.
It's really solid, and he's one of the people I really like to talk about because now we've been doing this for long enough in Oregon that the people we loved when we started, a lot of them like have just kind of crept up in price a little bit over time, and it's like, man, the wines we like are starting at $40, and that's tough, or high, mid to high 30s, like that's tough. Crowley's one of those producers where you can still get rock solid bottles of wine in the 20s.
Totally.
Gotta respect that.
Absolutely. Alright, so, man, golden. Beautiful gold.
You're right, this is pretty color. You could blind me on the nose and tell me this is white Burgundy, and I would believe you instantly. I wouldn't argue for a second. There's this touch of minerality, there's this touch of oak on it that like gives, just a little bit of that buttery richness without being too over the top.
Right, without, it's almost like gives the buttery richness without even being there. It's like really, it's weird. Yeah, good white Burgundy can do this, and like, this has a little bit of that to it.
I'll say apples and star fruit.
I completely agree with that. Where would I go with this? It's like a little bit sweet, a little bit minerally, a little bit acidic. Like it's the nose is awesome.
Great complexity, right? It's got us both thinking about it. Solid.
That's pretty good.
Oh man. And that's one too where you're like, yeah, that's pretty good, and then it just like keeps evolving across. This is super nice wine.
It's got a lot of length.
Yeah. Wow. Acidity across the whole palate, and it kind of goes in waves, right? Like it starts out clean, kind of crisp right away. The richness without any weight. So this is like a kind of crazy experience. I'm getting like a little bit of just a hint of butterscotch, right? That's something that's kind of scary to say. It implies like it's like big and like candy. No, just like a hint of butterscotch flavor, and then the acidity comes back again and it really grips up kind of back around the molars, drying the palate out. A little bit of lemons, a little bit of green apple,
Pineapple.
Oh yeah.
imparting a little bit like once you start to get close to the center. But man, just the amount of length here and the amount of like grip that this has for a white wine. I mean, like I'm still getting like you can taste it for 20 seconds along the sides of the tongue. Like every time you sort of swallow it, kind of creeps back up into the center, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? This is. And I get what the hype's about.
Yeah, and we're getting into something that shows up in wines I get really excited about, where you've got like 2 tiers of things going on in your mouth. You've got like the acidity running along kind of the lower part of the palate, and you've got that light, elegant richness above it going on at the same time. You're getting kind of like 2 layers of flavors, and that's not something I see very often, and it's something that I pretty much always enjoy when it happens.
And this would be, because it doesn't have, like, it's imparting all these rich flavors and powerful flavors with no sense of like weight or force. Like this with like some sort of
David
white
Parrish,
pasta,
you need to try
white
this.
pasta dish or something like that would just be smoking. I'm hungry.
You're getting bleeped
I'm
on that.
Yeah.
You're getting bleeped
So
on
did
that.
I cuss? Big time? Alright, sorry. Yeah. It just, no, it comes out.
Smoking? Yes, you're cussed. Breaking glasses, dropping F-bombs.
No, this is what happens when we do 2 bottles or 2 shows in a row. This is the 2nd show, by the way. Dick. This is really good. And I'm not just drunk. It's really good.
Fantastic Chardonnay. I'm more and more...
One of the best Oregon Chardonnays I've ever tasted.
Sure, I'll go there.
Easily in the top 5. Easily.
And more excited about 2010 Chardonnays. I've had a couple that I really, really liked. And this is another one. I cannot wait to try more. And I'm really excited about bringing more Chardonnays onto the show, too. Because there's more out there. We need to explore them. This is proof.
93 points. It's awesome.
Woo!
It's really good.
That's
you need to drink it. And at the price point, it smokes. I mean, it's on point with the best Chardonnays I've had in Oregon, easily. I'm
gonna put it at 91 points.
Yep.
Not quite the enthusiasm, but if you watch the show regularly, you know that's not a common thing. Actually, easily still the highest rated Chardonnay we've ever done on the show. I think.
Yeah.
I think right. I'm
done 92 for Johann, haven't we? Or I've done it at least on Cellar Tracker.
Okay.
But there's other Oregon Chardonnays I've rated on Cellar Tracker at 93 points.
But this is
right there.
It's fantastic stuff. I know it's going to be hard to find.
92 plus 93 points. Yeah.
Yeah. Give it. Yeah. So, but still 91 for me. But excellent wine.
Really good. Awesome.
And an awesome lineup. I was excited about this. Like, we're trying something new, and like we are totally being rewarded for it, right? Like, that's the lesson. Try more Chardonnay. Yeah. We're really happy to share some awesome stuff with you guys for episode 150. More celebratory shows coming up in the near future as well.
For what?
152.
Oh yeah, that's the where we did a full year.
We're close. We're 2 episodes away from doing a year unbroken, so we're going to celebrate that if that happens. It's really close. Question of the day. Chaz and I both work on our home PCs a little bit. We've been working on computers for a long time.
Okay.
This new game I've been playing, I'm like, man, it's a little choppy. I should see what the performance looks like. Guess how much RAM I'm running with right now. Just guess.
2 gigabytes.
Okay. Not quite that bad, but 4.
Okay.
Which is embarrassing, right? There's no excuse at this point in time. Like, that was okay 10 years ago.
16.
Right, exactly. Like that's for those of you who don't know much about computers, right? I'm at about 25% of what I would be if I was really taking this seriously. And 8, I think, is kind of like the bare minimum for if I'm trying to play games on it at all.
Yeah, you need to have a good amount of RAM at this point.
And so thankfully, like I think I've got 2 sticks of 4, so I think I just had a stick die, and so I'm only running on 4 gigs is my guess.
Shitty.
But why not? Let's identify with our base. Gary Vaynerchuk asks sports questions all the time. How much RAM do you have in your computer? Thanks for watching.
See you guys next time.